Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. I have been having fun with my students using Chinese characters to write sentences in English. So if you understood Chinese, if you don't, it's okay, but if you do understand Chinese, this sentence here says, "Hi, how are you?" in the Chinese characters. If you translate it, it doesn't make any sense, but you can say, "Hi, how are you?" in the Chinese. Also here we have, "Are you hungry?" Just being funny, trying to say, "Are you hungry?" We've got, "How old are you?" How old are you? And also this one's, "When do you nap?" Or trying to say, "When do you nap?" I thought it was interesting, so I asked the AI, because everybody's in the AI these days. I asked the AI, I said to it, "I'm using Chinese characters to speak English sentences. Can you tell me what this means? Hi, how are you?" And obviously the AI said, "No, I'm sorry. It doesn't understand the meaning." If I ask students this question, "What does this mean?" some of my students, my kids, they'll say it, they'll read it, they'll hear it, and they'll understand what it means. Hi, how are you? They'll understand it. But with the AI, I didn't understand it. So I told the AI what it means. It means, "Hi, how are you?" And he said, "Oh, thank you." The AI says, "Thank you. This is called a homophonic translation." So then I asked it for more examples of homophonic translations, and it came up with the usual things, the Chinese characters, which when you say them, they sound like English words, normally for names, but also some things like this one. Pudding sounds like pudding. Luo Miao is Romeo. Li Wise is Levi's. Ballet Wu is ballet. But then it got a bit strange after that, because it said this one, number 7. It says, "Niu Nai" sounds like milk, which I don't understand. And my Chinese student here, hello Ewan. Say hello, Ewan.
Hello.
Hello. He can confirm with me. Niu Nai, these two characters, when you say them, they don't sound like milk, do they, in English?
No.
No, no. He doesn't talk much. It doesn't talk much, Ewan. Anyway, so I said to it, "Niu Nai does not sound like milk in English." That's what I said. And it said, "You're right. I apologise for my mistake." And it said, "To clarify, Niu Nai is the Chinese word for milk, yes. And it sounds similar to the English word when pronounced with a Chinese accent." So again, I said, "No, it doesn't." Ewan, can you tell me, can you say that for me?
牛奶.
And then in my word, I have no way of imagining that sounds like milk. And I don't think you
I
do.
also don't think
I
so.
don't think so either. Ewan also
It
doesn't
just
think so.
means it is, but it doesn't sound like it.
Yeah, when we say Niu Nai, it does not
It
mean,
doesn't sound like it.
doesn't sound exactly like milk. So then it says, it does not contain this, it says, what does it say? "Oh, I apologise for the confusion. While Niu Nai does not sound exactly like the English word milk, it does contain the same 2 syllables, Niu and Nai, which when pronounced with a Chinese accent can sound somewhat similar to the English word." I still don't understand when it says contains the same 2 syllables. And then you look at the word milk. Milk only has 1 syllable, so there's no way that a 2-syllable word could possibly mean the same as milk, is there? There's just no way. So anyway, I think this just highlights,
Maybe the AI is like it's not really good at Chinese.
possibly, yeah, certainly highlights the AI is wrong quite often and has no idea what it's talking about. But from the very beginning, the fact it can't recognize from the characters to the sound, "Hi, how are you?" and then figure that out, just shows you that it's not very intelligent. When I can ask this thing to like 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds, well 3-year-olds even, 4-year-olds, to say, "Tell me what that is," and then in their head they can go, "Ah, hi, how are you?" They can see the connection, but the AI really does not see a connection. Anyway, just to highlight that for people. I love the AI. I love to play with the AI. I love the AI. It's like my new toy. I love to play with the AI all day, talking to it. But you can see quite often it doesn't seem to be very intelligent to me. Thank you very much.